Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise Sith, and this is my podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise, and happy Wednesday, girls and boys. Just letting you guys know now, this is like the third time that I've started this because the dog keeps barking. So I've decided that I don't care if the dog is going to keep barking. So we're going to possibly hear old Buster to Buster in the background. Today we're going to talk about forgiveness. I'll forgive Buster that he can't literally look out the window without barking at leaves. Yep, I have leaves falling off the trees already out here in the Midwest. So crazy as that sounds, apparently it has something to do. Even the trees are changing. It has something to do with drought and I don't know. Because all I feel like is every time I want to get in the pool, it rains. There's that. So today we're going to talk about forgiveness. And let me tell you, I really had to dig deep on some of this stuff because for those of you who know the current situation in my house, I've been super triggered, peeps, like super triggered. And so I had to, again, look back at stuff I was doing in my past and old feelings of being hurt and, feelings that I thought I came to rest with, but because, they plopped in my house, I have to just, kind of start fresh. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. If you don't hear Buster, you may very well just randomly hear my parents calling me because I might have mentioned several times that I'm recording a podcast, and it doesn't matter to them again, apparently. So anyway, we're talking about forgiveness today because I have had to go back and do some self-forgiveness because I'm letting old feelings from little Denise kind of take over a little bit, and gotta have to put her in check. And that happens because I'm an adult. So I need to put little Denise in check and understand that in my adult world, things are looking a little differently, right? I handle things differently. I should not be reacting to these old triggers. So I was watching reels and I saw this one with, and I have no idea what her name is. I suck, let's be honest, at remembering any celebrity's name. But it was the one that was with Keanu Reeves in the bus thing. Can you tell I watch zero movies anymore? Let's just put it this way. I'm so anti-Hollywood right now. Everyone's like, hey, do you know they're on strike? I'm like, oh, I don't care. No, I did not know that, but I'm not missing anything. I'll be honest. I'm literally watching. They're yelling up in the room. I wish I was joking. I told them I was recording a podcast and I can hear them downstairs. That said, let's continue, boys and girls. It is just like you have to laugh now. Like I have to laugh. My life has become a complete and utter joke. And I'm just going to laugh. So, what the heck was I talking about? Oh, so I forget what her name is. She was also like in where she was like some cop and then she did like a beauty contest or something. I don't know. Whatever. She's got dark hair. So she was in this meme and she was talking about forgiveness and that somebody once told her something. And it really changed her life. And I was like, yeah, what'd they tell you? Sandra something. By the end of this podcast, I'll know her whole name. So she said, not everyone who has hurt you cares. Think about that statement and the power behind it in general. Not everyone who has hurt you cares, right? Think about that. Forgiveness is what gets you off the hook. Why are we carrying around all these ill feelings and hurt and resentment if the person who hurt you doesn't even care, right? Why would we hold on to that hurt and stifle like our own growth and our own peace? And that really is like, it's deep, right? It's really significant when you think about it. And so I saw that and I started digging, I'm going into my, devotional in the morning and reading about stuff about forgiveness and seeing like if I can get anything. And one of the things that I saw, and, you don't have to be Christian at all to even get that statement is very true, right? But there are some things as a Christian woman that I leaned back on, and you can just skip those things. You know what I'm saying? Because I think this can help everybody. But, one of the things, there are benefits to forgiving, blessings. That's a definite thing about in forgiveness, like having a benefit from it. It's going to do nothing but benefit you. But yet, so many of us won't do it, me included. When I say many of us, I mean me. we, I'm sitting here thinking, for so long, I held this like chip on my shoulder about stuff, and just because I was hurt. And, when we forgive, one of the benefits we get are blessings, right? Because for me, God is the author and creator of the whole world, right? And he's also love. So his commands come from love for his people. He knows what's best for us. And, his word gives us valuable information about how we're to live. Ultimately, the choice is ours, but choose blessings, right? That's not only a promise, but a benefit of forgiveness, letting it go. It was like, I was reading all that and I was like, what? Like, duh, it's so easy, but so hard to execute. It gives us freedom when we forgive, right? Unforgiveness is a heavy burden. Okay. Super heavy. It stays with us. It wears us down, especially when we're carrying burdens and hurts from childhood and, from relationships early on, like, early on in a marriage, your husband or your wife did something to you and then you're still carrying it around because you never said anything or you never came to terms with it. But it wears us down and it affects many facets of our lives. Unforgiveness essentially erodes the wellness and the growth. It grows bitterness, it grows resentment, and the weight of unforgiveness will continue to grow without forgiveness. Hurting ourselves is more than anyone else. Does that make sense? I don't think I'm like effectively saying that. Like the weight of unforgiveness will continue to grow, right? Because it's going to hurt ourselves more than anyone else. That makes more sense to me. I don't know. Sometimes I juggle my word. Now I've got Peter coming up in the back. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but so it just it makes more sense that you're going to be more free soul, more free of burden if you just forgive people. It's also going to improve your health. I know this for a fact because research actually shows that forgiving others leads to better physical health. Like what, right? No, it doesn't, Denise. Yes, it does. It is true. And better heart health is among the top physical benefits of forgiveness. I personally have a good health. I don't want to mess with that. So I feel like I need to really stay on par with this, right? Because apparently studies are showing that a lower risk of heart attack, reduced blood pressure, better cholesterol levels when we choose forgiveness. People also experience better sleep and reduced pain levels. And we all need that. I actually have been sleeping still really well since we came back from Europe, except for last night. I slept like 30 minutes and it was a bad 30 minutes. So I'm hopped up on, my energy IV and all this other stuff because I got to get stuff done. Right. But yeah, it's just crazy how that does that. What else is it going to do? And this is what I need right now. A benefit of forgiveness, better mental health. People, come on now. Literally the same studies also indicate better mental health is a benefit of forgiveness. Like people are experiencing reduced anxiety and depression when they forgive others, Also, stress levels tend to be lower as well. I think that comes hand in hand, But the most interesting part of the research was that the increased likelihood of post-traumatic stress disorder when you hang on to grudges. Now, I'm telling you, this is true, especially if you have a really, really old grudge that's stemming from childhood or from, your 20s, and you're in your 40s and 50s. That is huge. It's like a huge revelation. I will tell you that I have found that I have a better way to just look at things right away rather than jump immediately into rage episode. And I have found that for maybe the first week that they were back, that it was really bad, but it's getting a lot better now. Just because I'm kind of leaning on this really hard. And we can't all have not issues where it doesn't have to be like the circumstances where your parents move back in your home. But you could have just holding hurt or grudges that have happened for years and sometimes decades, okay, that are not benefiting you. And so it really would help to dive into how you can execute some forgiveness to free yourself from that. And it's super important for your well-being, both physical and mental. I'm telling you. So we're going to take a little break here for right now. I'm going to pull this out because I really botched this up in the last one, but I'm going to lean into our sponsors from Dear Universe. Dear Universe. I'm so sorry, guys. But I needed to talk about the Finding Calm in the Chaos Manifestation Kit from Dear Universe. And I absolutely love it. And they have tons of other stuff there, but it's got amethyst in it, black tourmaline, citrine, sodalite, lavender sage stick, Palo Santo. And you can get $10 off the kit using the promo code Calm in the Chaos Kit. So hang on a minute and let's give you some information from our sponsor, Dear Universe. Hello, friends. Today's episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos is sponsored by another family-owned small business. Dear Universe was founded by Rick and Janine Mason in 2022 after years of hashing around the idea of opening up their very own store that facilitates in helping you connect with your mind, body, and soul. Based out of Sanford, Florida, right here in the USA. They take great pride in being able to provide a great selection of merchandise for every budget. Dear Universe is a high-quality personalized experience, not like those cheap big box or mass world delivery sites. Their mission is connecting you to your higher self. They carry a large selection of high-quality and authentic items and services like sage sticks, chakra balancing, intention candles, essential and chakra oils, over 90-plus incense scents to choose from, crystals, bracelets, manifestation kits, and teas. You all know that I'm all about finding calm in the daily chaos of life. I use Dear Universe for that little extra something that helps bring me to a calmer self. Check out Dear Universe at www.dareuniversellc.com and you can get $5 off your order using the promo code Finding Calm in the Chaos. Again, take a look at Dear Universe at www.dareuniversellc.com and find the calm in your chaos. Hello, we're back from hearing from Dear Universe. Hey, really quick, that Finding Calm in the Chaos Manifestation Kit, just use the link. It's in my link tree, and it's also on the Finding Calm in the Chaos Facebook page, I believe, as well. And I think it also, it's there. I'm a hot mess, peeps. But I just wanted to really quick just know I've really been using this kit over the last couple of weeks. And it has been very beneficial to just help me clear my energy. And I do that while I'm doing devotional. And so you can balance both of them. I always tell people that will tell me that crystals are not, religious. And I just will continue to tell people that, God made these crystals. So mind your own biz. Amethyst is in the box and it balances emotions, keeps the mind in a calm, clear state. Black tourmaline, that represents growth and clears away like stagnant blocked energy in the energy body itself. Citrine attracts wealth, prosperity, and success. Who doesn't want that? Hello. But it also imparts joy, wonder, delight, enthusiasm, and it raises self-esteem and self-confidence. Sodalite assists in feeling peaceful and healing troubles or conflicts. Lavender sage stick, well, I'm sorry, but I like sage my house like once a week. But it aids in healing physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental imbalances. And it can really help, like, if you've had like a fight in your house or whatnot. I always sage the house because I think it just brings some calm to it. I really just feel it. And Palo Santo, which smells amazing, but it amplifies the sense of self-preservation, courage, and grounding. And I know it's in the promo, but the promo code is Calm in the Chaos Kit, all one word, and you can get $10 off on it. And use it to, sit down and forgive somebody. Know what I'm saying? So we are talking about forgiveness today. And if you are coming back after taking like a long break or you couldn't get back right away, we're talking about how not everyone who has hurt you cares. And forgiveness is what gets you off the hook. Why are we carrying around all those ill feelings? Because if the person who hurt you doesn't care, then why are we holding on to that hurt and stifling our own peace, right? It provides benefits. It opens up you receiving blessings. It frees you. It improves your health. It improves your mental health. But it also improves relationships. So I'm not good for this, but it's one that really touched me. But I'm not one who are just like, hey, quoting from the Bible. But I was reading, and this, my devotional, and this was one that really reached out to me. But it's from Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. And you know what? Forgiveness is a crucial skill set in a broken world. Let's just put it right out there, okay? And as a result, the better we are at forgiving others, the better our relationships become. Improved relationships are the biggest benefit to forgiveness, in my opinion, right? I make mistakes every single day with people that I'm the closest to. Like, they're most likely the one that are going to experience my shortcomings, right? And if I and they are not quick to forgive, then the offenses are going to build up, right? Like a game of Tetris, you don't get those blocks are coming faster and faster and faster. And eventually, if you're not quick to forgive, it's going to blow up and you're going to lose that game. Grace and forgiveness are a couple in the key ingredients in any relationship that thrives. It has taken me like 53 years to figure this out. Better late than never, peeps. Okay, I'm getting on that train. It also provides forgiveness, provides healing, because the choice to forgive someone who has hurt you is the first step towards healing. Healing's not going to come without forgiveness. Just period, peeps. I wish I could tell you otherwise. And you don't have to forgive the person and be like, send out a letter, a formal letter or an email or post it on social media or, you don't need any of that shit. Okay. It's impossible to heal while holding on to bitterness and resentment. So the choice to forgive someone who's hurt you is the first step towards healing. It's super important. Living in the present, right? Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. Isaiah 43:18. It's another one that reached out to me while I was doing devotional, trying to find just something that would calm my heart. And that is the other one that spoke out to me. I really think it made it just made a very profound impact on when I was reading. And that has a lot to do with living in the present. If you are forgiving, you are living today, right? Because if you've been hurt and you need to forgive somebody, it's from something that happened in the past. And unforgiveness is keeping our minds set on the past. And if you have been listening to this podcast at all and you do not see how that jacks up your life, I'm raising my hand. Me. Living in the past robs us of the joy in the present. Period. Gonna say it again for the people in the back. Living in the past robs us of the joy of living in the present. We will miss the blessings each day in the eyes of our heart, right? If the eyes of our heart are fixed on past offenses. I'm sorry, I can't even talk today, people. And that's important, right? So living in the present is huge, because if not, and it also means like worrying about the future as well. That's a whole nother podcast. But with specifically being hurt, forgiveness is usually something that's happened in the past. It isn't complicated. Forgiving is not complicated, but it's difficult when we've experienced deep hurt, and we can't negate that. Like, you can't just like shuffle that to the side. Oh, you should forgive them. It's not as easy as people sometimes make it. And their varying degrees of hurt. You know what I'm saying? But forgiveness is not complicated, but it is difficult when that hurt is deep. And I encourage you guys all to choose forgiveness. Remember that God commands us to forgive, and he only commands the best for his people. Just going to say that. I was feeling it. But the benefits of forgiveness include blessings, freedom, better relationships. Forgiveness improves physical and mental health. It also starts us on the road to healing and living in the present. I mean, if that isn't enough to like make you want to forgive, I don't know what is, right? And that's all I've got for today. I'm going to do short and sweet while nobody's walked in on me. You guys have a blessed Wednesday, and until next time, you know it. Lead with kindness.